Hello, and welcome to Bowtie Life. I am Bowtie Dave, and happy to share my personal record of our garden at our new place here in Destin, Florida. This starts out being a personal journal of what's going on, and it's funny because I'll be in the store trying to remember what I planted, so I go back and look at these videos and I can figure out exactly what I planted, when I planted it, and how it did. And so I got that idea from a number of YouTubers, Jess over at Roots and Refuge, Gardner Scott, and just trying to keep a record of things and what's happening. And I'll tell you what, we bought this house last October. It is now July 14th. And we bought this house in October, and we started right away on getting these gardens built. This was a garden. It was an in-ground garden. This patio that I'm sitting on right now wasn't here. There was a small one, but we expanded it and made our own. But here we are in July, the peak of growing time, and I mean, look at this wall behind me. It's amazing. We have, in fact, Dom over at Faith Family Homestead, she just put out her July garden tour, and she called it a hot mess, and I can feel it. This is definitely a hot mess. Right now the tripod's actually sitting in about a foot deep of grass, and got to get some cutting done. Just getting over COVID myself. Had 3 pretty bad days, but all better now and ready to go, and can't wait for Monday when I can get back to work. But yeah, these are tomatoes and beans and cucumbers over here, just going crazy. It's just amazing how things have been growing. So the way I do this is I do 3 parts. We have 20 beds on our 1/4 acre of land. So far I've been doing the front and side garden first, and then the outer garden, and then these raised beds. And this time I'm going to start with the raised beds in the back. There's 3 raised beds, so that's 3 of the 19 beds. There's a 20th bed that's still to be built, but things are happening. It's been interesting, and month to month as we go along here and see the changes that happen. It thrills me to walk out the door and go over and find half a dozen new cucumbers, or beans growing, or, well, the corn is done. You'll see that here in just a minute. But cucumbers have been crazy. Okra's been great. Our cherry tomatoes are still suffering following 2 weeks of really hot weather, but that's been 2 or 3 weeks ago, so they're just about to start producing again. I kind of stopped taking care of them as well as I should have, and they kind of got out of hand. Some of these have got taken over by some of the bean plants, which I'm supposed to keep cut back, but they've been a little discouraging because they suffered so much from that heat. But they are coming back. They're starting to grow again, and we got some new tomatoes that are getting ready to start producing. So let's get on with this and talk about what we've got here this season. So sitting here looking at bed 1, I very seldom mention these tables over here, but these tables used to be my primary garden, and I grew in these grow bags, and I still use these. These are just soil drying right now. I'll be amending the soil and using these for potatoes and other things here pretty soon. But I used to have tomatoes on top and then hot peppers on the bottom, and we had a little tiny patio at our apartment, and it was, well, it looked like this. It was wild. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm trying to grow some delphinium in here. I tried some onions. I think what happened, the afternoon sun bakes this, and I think the afternoon sun just really baked it to death. I do have some delphinium seeds in here. They are a lot slower to germinate, so I just try to keep a little water in here occasionally and keep it moist. So in fact, they're feeling a little light right now, but I'll have to take care of that shortly. Anyway, so garden bed 1 is over here. There's some things growing. The Kohl Rabi, it's a little droopy right now because it's in the direct sun. And we've had a lot of rain here the past few days. So I know the soil is moist. These Kohl Rabi are growing. There is a really good Kohl Rabi on the other side. We looked at that last video. Not much change there. The ginger is really starting to take off though. Look at down here. In fact, this little shoot right here is brand new. It was not there last night, but I was looking at this last night and saw that one coming up. There's another one coming up over here. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. You can see that little ginger shoot popping up. That was up last night. And this thing here, if you saw the last video, these two were very short and they're just shooting up just like crazy. You got our Rosemary Starts down here. Still looking pretty good. I did cut them back some, so I'm hoping we can get some better growth. There is a couple of dead ones in here. This one here is gone, obviously. I am babysitting some tomato plants for a friend, and so Kerry, you can see your tomatoes are doing good. I did add some soil to them, and I need to water that soil. I added that soil, I don't know, yesterday, day before, but it does need a little water. This is all my starts from several months ago, and because they're in the tiny cups, they just don't grow very fast. So some of them have died, some have done weird things like this right here. Look how long this vine is. Isn't that crazy? It has like 3-foot long vine, but because they're in tiny cups, they don't grow nearly as fast. This is some thyme. Smells good. There's a cucumber bush over there. This is, again, this thing is blowing my mind. This was a volunteer Principe Borghese from September of last year before we moved to this house. I've kept it in a grow bag. I put it in this bed when it was ready, and look how tall it has gotten. And there are actually new buds up on top. So we've actually harvested a bunch off of this, a whole bunch. And I'm just curious if it'll produce any more. It is a determinate, which means it grows for a certain amount of time, it puts out all its fruit, and then it dies. Well, it hadn't died yet, so I don't know. I am letting this, there's a few more flowers up top there that I'm letting go, and if it doesn't produce, then great. We have some black sea man in here that still have not produced. These are a determinate style. And in fact, all the ones across here are all determinate, and they don't grow as tall as the indeterminates, but there are some Nebraska wetting over there. You can see the cucumbers taken off of there. But yeah, these things have just gone crazy. And this is actually a Principe Borghese that I planted this year, and it has just done pretty good. With all the rain, we had a bunch of splits. In fact, you can see I've thrown some down there on the ground, those split tomatoes that just aren't doing so well. But now, this is a jungle of okra. And these are Country Red Okra. We either bought from M.I. Gardener or somewhere else. Can't remember the other place. But I gotta just bring you in here. This stalk down here, look how massive this stalk is. It's, 1.5 inches across, and there are okra everywhere up in here. look at this one down here. This one is, in fact, I've got to come around, figure out how to get in here. This jungle, look at this stalk. This thing is at least 2 inches across. The stalks coming off of it are 1.5 inches at the base. And it's just going crazy. But yeah, let me see if I can find you an okra. There's an okra right there. I've been working very hard to, I can't see it, man. Let me put my hand up here. There it is. Yeah, there it is. I've been trying real hard to keep these from going huge, so they're nice and tender. They do get woody after they get about 4 inches long, but there is just tons and tons of new growth in here. These things are shooting out everywhere. Just tons and tons of okra growing. And these shorter ones haven't produced very much yet, but I'm having high hopes. So, but you can see this one here. Look how much growth is up in here. That just blows me away. That's the okra. They love sun. Don't require a lot of water either. Ooh, something's been eating this. I wonder what's been eating that. Is there anything under here? I don't see anything under here. There is some insect damage in various places. My peppermint, this thing is looking a little straggly like it normally does in the hot summer. This is, let's see, this is a tomato plant being attacked by a cucumber. Yeah, we're gonna redirect that cucumber a little bit over here. This is a bushing cucumber, pickling cucumber, and that's gonna be a subject here in just a minute. But let's see. Oh, Nebraska wedding. That's what this is. This is a Nebraska wedding, but the buds are falling off. Obviously, it's being overshadowed by the okra. So there's actually another Nebraska wedding hidden back up in there that's not doing well either, for obvious reasons. But yeah, these are pickling, and then this little pickling cucumber is being taken over by the Suyo Long, which just really dominates here. This is all Suyo Long. I've got 18 cucumbers sitting inside right now. I gave away 8 this week. We've given away dozens. This thing is just still producing prolifically, just prolifically. It's been amazing. It has just really been amazing. Mind-blowing. This is what I'm calling mountain mint. It's what grows up in Arkansas at our cabin, and I saved some of it and brought it back with me. Carrots, these carrots are still growing. Trying to keep a little water on them. There's actually an emitter down inside there, so these do get water every other day. You can see I've already harvested some of these cucumbers, but you can see here, I mean, they're just everywhere. There, look at there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's a big one. 7. There's another one. 8 coming out. Just right here. There's 8 of them. And look at the stalk on this cucumber. Look at that. It's massive. I just can't get over it. I did finally put an emitter in here. This is a sweet mint, and I may have lost that. We're gonna hold out hope. The heat of the summer doesn't do great for these, but they kind of survive underground. We're kind of in the middle of bed 1 here, and this is, I think this one down, okay, that's Nebraska wedding. This one here has been taken over by a blackberry. That's right, I forgot about that blackberry. I didn't do anything with that yet. And there is a, okay, yeah, there's another Nebraska wedding down inside here that's obviously not gonna make it. And then a black seaman, which I don't see any buds on. A little disappointed, but you know, with those okra over there, now our sun comes almost from directly above here. So it gets some good sun, but it's obviously crowded. And I haven't cut a lot of the There's some lower stuff that needs to be cut out. But these Principe Borghese, these are just nuts, just crazy. I'm curious if those, I'm really curious to see if those blooms produce anything. I don't think they will. They'll probably fall off, and if they do, I will be cutting all this out because I have already planted more Suyo Long right down in here. There's a few seeds here, and then over here to the left. Oh, yeah, I planted some here too. I didn't put flags in. And then I also planted another one between these two flags, another set of seeds over between these two flags. So we'll see if pest pressure allows them to grow. The Suyo Long behind me, they took 3 tries for me to get them to finally seed out. I love this ginger though. I am so excited about the ginger. A couple of red Acre cabbages in here. This ginger is amazing. So we got our little peach tree, which came with the house, and I'm gonna allow to grow. Oh yeah, look at the turmeric. The turmeric back here is just beautiful. Turmeric, I can't remember. It's one of those words, but we got the big one here, got a smaller one here, and then back here behind the poinsettia we have a third one. So 3 turmerics. And this is the other Suyo. Oh my goodness, I just found another cucumber needs to be harvested. Look at that big thing just hiding up in there. Good grief. And there's another one hiding up under there. Oh, and another one hiding down there. These things, oh my goodness. In fact, I started just tossing the rejects down in the corners here. We'll let them compost. But now these are our Brussels sprouts. Still nothing happening there. Yeah. Not enough sun? I don't know. Too hot? You tell me in the comments. Never grown these before. We were kind of looking forward to them. So, I don't know what this... Oh, I remember I set this here empty and it's been raining. Turn that over. I don't want to breed any more mosquitoes. Okay, so the beans. The beans. Well, there's a few onions. Onions haven't changed much. Not very impressive. I did harvest a couple of tiny ones out here, but I mean, these are obviously spent. These beans have gone nuts. Now, okay, so I mentioned my little bush cucumbers over there that are growing down here in the corner of that bed right there. One there, one there. There's another one over on the other side by the trellis that's not doing too great. So it was a package of Fairy Morris seeds that I bought from Lowe's. It's the same package that this cucumber down here behind the watering can came from. It's supposed to be a bush style, which means it grows short and produces a bunch of cucumbers. Now this vine goes there, there, up behind there, up behind there. There's a cucumber right there. Up behind there, over to the other side. It is just taken off up in there. This is not a bush cucumber, obviously. There was a seed gut mixed in, but this was I went and looked at all my seed packs to figure out what it is. And the only seed pack I have 2 packages of this Fairy Morris bush cucumbers seeds. That's it. And the Suyo Long. And so this thing, it happens. Oh well, it's an adventure. So this is a Kellogg's Breakfast, and I am fighting the bean plants. They constantly are grabbing on like this, and I work every day. Not every day. Every once in a while, I come work these things out. Pull this. Oh, see, there's another one down there. These beans, they want to grow. They just got to understand they can't grow that way. Oh, look at this. It's all wrapped up here. is starting to wrap up. Yeah, we can't have that. Sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to find another direction to go here. Ooh. He really gotten it. And that doesn't take long for those guys to get that long either. There's flowers on there and everything. Oh well, we'll see where he goes next. But yeah, this thing is getting tall. And it does finally have buds. Oh, there's another one. Good Lord. Yeah. I'll do this different next year. I've learned a lesson. Yeah, I've learned a lesson. See, now it's free all the way down. I need to slide that piece of bamboo out. Or I guess I could tie that string from the trellis up here. That would work. I am just getting over some COVID. So I'm one more day of quarantine and I can get back to work. So I decided I'd come out here and do a little video tour. Well, I couldn't do anything else. I'm feeling great other than that cough. But no beans in here. I guess that means now there's tons of flowers in here. Oh, that just fell off. Hope I didn't kill that. There's tons of flowers in here. I don't know if they're pole beans, so I thought they would produce all season. I'm thinking. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry. Here's that cucumber. It goes on the other side. It goes up that back side. It's going right here. This is it. That's the cucumber. That's another tomato plant. It's going up over here, getting wrapped up by the beans. It's that vine going off over there. That's the cucumber. You can see the yellow flower right there. That is the cucumber plant taking off. That vine is 12, 14 feet long. That is just too, and here, look, here's another of the male flowers. There's another male flower right up there. My goodness, that thing is taking off. But I'm hoping that the beans stop producing because of the heat and they're going to start producing again. I have to do a little research on that. But yeah, here's another Kellogg. Nope. This is a no. This is a Kellogg's. I think this is a Kellogg's Breakfast tomato. It changes right here somewhere. This one I know is a Kellogg's Breakfast. That one's a Kellogg's Breakfast is about to get taken over by some beans. I got to get that clear. I haven't done much over here. I've been very lazy about this side, but this used to be an old basil plant. Gone to sticks. I let the seeds just fall to the ground, and nothing has grown down there. But the beans, they're just crazy. Oh my goodness. And if it's not the beans being crazy, it's this Kajari, but I'm going to show you that when I get over to the other side. But now this is a Cherokee Purple. Now the thing is, these were planted months and months, and like in March. And this is July. And now and there's another one down here I need to string up, something fierce. And there's one back down behind here. But I'm going to get these strung up this week and be a success. Oh, in fact, what is this? This is Yukon Gold. Oh, that's from a potato. Anyway, we have hot weather. We've had hot weather. We have lots of sun. We've had just nutso time, but look at the environment here. And I've done this on purpose, or by design. You notice it's not getting a ton of direct sun. It does get some direct sun. It gets a little bit in the morning, and then it gets more in the afternoon. But it's created this micro environment. In fact, where I'm standing right now, I'm standing in the sun, and if I walk over here, I can physically feel that it's cooler up in here because it's in this jungle. And so these Cherokee Purple don't like it as hot as some tomato plants can stand. And so I put them back here so that they could get less sun on purpose, have a little bit cooler area to work with, and still grow. And they're going to grow slower because they don't get as much sun. But in our heat, I'm really trying to get these to grow. This is a complete experiment. We'll just have to see if it works. Complete experiment. Well, I mean, this is just, yeah. So I want to come around the other side of the of this Kajari arch trellis. I'm walking on top of the wall. Ooh, there's nothing to grab over here. There we go. All right, so we have a Kajari melon. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's not turning orange yet, but I do have it tied up with an orange bag that I saved. I saved these things for a long time. So I've got like, I'm hoping 20 or 30 of them. And there's another Kajari melon up over here that actually is sitting on top of the trellis, so I'm not gonna do anything with it quite yet. And there's other melons that I'm hoping will take off up in here. I'm not sure that this one here actually made it. That one there, I'm not sure of either. There are a bunch of them in here. So this thing, I'm hoping is gonna produce more, but the beans have started to meet the Kajari. Oh, there's a bean. Hey, bean. Oh, interesting. Yeah, they've kind of met up here. I've actually cut out some of the bean plant because I prefer the Kajari. We have lots and lots of beans. Like here's one that definitely failed. I was hoping this one would not have failed, but look at there. See, it's turned yellow. So now that I see that, go ahead and take that off. Oh, here's, yeah. Yeah, there's some up in there. I'm hoping we'll see some more development. We do still have the bees, of course. So some marigolds here. In fact, the marigolds are sitting on top of this. I have no idea what it is. It's some kind of tomato volunteer from last year. It's done nothing. It's trash plant. And of course our cherry tomatoes, look at there. It's the size of a marble. That's a feast for a mouse. These cherry tomatoes, I'm hoping will start producing. I got to get out here, like I said, and get them, extricate them from the beans. Here's a cucumber. Look at there. There's a cucumber that's ready to go. I'm sure there's more in there. But anyway, so that's bed number 2, of course. If you're following along, my dead Goji Berry bush. If anybody knows what's happening here, help. Tell me, please. I have messed this up. I'm very disappointed. Of course, this is another bean trellis that's taken off, and these have been some good beans. If you look back in an earlier video in bed number 3 at the end of the video, I mentioned what it is. I do try to put chapters in all my garden tours now, so you can actually look in the description and see the names of everything eventually. I did name something from the last month's video that I couldn't remember what it was, and I did go back and finally, oh, it was one of the watermelons. But yeah, look at the corn. The corn is laid low. I just pulled these up yesterday. They were actually hampering one of my pepper plants over there, and I didn't want that. So lizards all over. I saw a turtle this morning. Look at this guy. He's just kind of looking at us, trying to figure out if we're a threat. Love these guys. You should see them go after the insects, the annoying insects. I'm pointing so I can make sure I'm, oh, there he goes. He's gone. I guess I was pointing. All right. Yeah, and there is aloe down in here. I really need to get in here and pull this grass out. It is getting well out of hand. I need to get in here and pull a lot of grass out. This is an angel trumpet that I'm hoping is going to survive. It won't if I don't get it planted. If I come down here, walk through the tall grass, and yes, we do have a snake in here somewhere, I'm sure. So, no need to get excited. Trying to think of what kind of pepper that. Oh, that's an orange bell. That came from a mix. Orange bell. Yeah, it's a mix of different kind of bells, so I don't know exactly what that is. Couple of Shoshito, Nadapeno. That's the Nadapeno, the one that's barely grown. This one here is the purple jalapeno, and these are the Gold Cross from Nicky. And several failures. I'm not sure what's going on with my peppers this year, but I can't grow squat. I do keep pulling out dollar weed out of here. This is my carrots. Oh, there's another one of these weeds I gotta get out of there. But yeah, the carrots are still growing though. They're in there. Like there's some good sized ones down here. Look at this guy right here. That's a pretty good cap going there. Always pulling the dollar weed. It is prolific. These things here, I'm not sure what these are. If you know, please tell me in the comments. It's kind of a pretty little plant with a little flower in there. I'll have to take a picture and identify it. But it's starting to grow in places it hadn't before. More dollar weed. I love it when I can get a vine. Oh, look at there. There's a vine from the dollar weed right there. You can get, oh, look at there. There's another one. You get those pulled and you can get a lot of dollar weed pulled out in a single pull. Ah, it broke. Look at there. Oh, that's satisfying right there. Look at that dollar weed I just pulled out. Oh my goodness. That just feels good. Woo! There's some comfrey over there that I pulled out. I do have comfrey grow. Oh! I have a gold cross. Is that what this? Okay, I have to find out what this is. This is, yes, it is golden cross. Nicky gave me this. I think he's been cultivating this. So we have our first one here. Have to see what it looks like. I'm excited now. So that's the raised beds. It's been just crazy growing, not crazy producing, except for these Kajari are finally producing. That's very exciting. With all the rain, the bees have settled down. It's very nice. I've been keeping the Marigolds dead-headed, keeping everything watered. I'm gonna get all these tomatoes taken care of and the ones on the other side as well. Probably trim back some beans. I mean, look up there. Look at those beans just reaching for the sky. That blows my mind. That thing is reaching 12 feet up there. I'm not sure what it's growing up. Oh, is that growing up? It's growing up a tomato. Oh my goodness. There is a tomato plant growing up and trying to beat the the bean plant and losing. But I see tomato buds way up there in the sun. You see that in the camera? Let's zoom in a little bit on that. Look at that. Tomato buds. Those little yellow flowers. That's hilarious. Ha! That is a big old vine. That vine comes down here. Oh, there's two vines here.
actually planted right there. It's about a 12-foot vine. Yeah, these indeterminates, they grow really, really long. So, anyway, it's a hot mess. It's fun to see. It'll be great when, oh, I see another tomato popping out right there. It'll be fun to see when it starts producing again. We're supposed to have in the 80s this week and next week, so it'll be a lot better. But again, thanks for joining me along in my personal log from my garden. This is just thrilling. I tell you what, this is just beyond words. It looks like a mess. I'm just thinking about Dom, what she said. It does. It looks like a mess, but I love it. This is just beautiful. We're gonna have so much more of this next year. We've got 12 cattle panel that we use for trellises and arbors on the property. I want to add 14 more. Blackberries of course have stopped producing. It's a bee around me. Gonna have to call that to the video, the end of the video, I mean. So, anyway, if you've watched this far, thank you. Please subscribe. Trying to get to 100 subscribers. Get our custom URL. It's a beautiful place. God is here. Have a blessed day.